Hello, welcome to our one-way virtual gathering this week. We hope you enjoy what we've got coming up, and make sure that you set a reminder in your phone or on your calendar for 7 o'clock Friday or 9 a.m. Sunday. If you've got anything that you would like to have prayer for, let us know. You can drop us a line on our webpage, or you can let us know in the chat session if you're watching live online. We've got Andrew as our guest speaker this week, so we hope you enjoy him. I'm sure he'll have something good for us. Have a good week, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Hello, it's Uncle Gazza again, helping you survive the corona crisis. As you can see, I'm working at home. Work has sent me a laptop and asked me to get on with it. Most of you people are probably thinking, as a comedian, I should not lose my day job. However, I did have a problem when I set up the computer. I forgot my password. We've all done that. So I rang the IT department at work and they asked me, what's your password? I said, it's beef stew. They said, please do not use that one ever again. I said, why not? They said, because it's not strong enough. It reminds me about trees. Did you know trees can use computers? Certainly can. You know how? They just log in. I'm going to leave you with a puzzle. What begins with the letter P, ends in the letter E, and has 10,000 letters? That's got you thinking. Begins with a P, ends in the E, and it has 10,000 letters. Give up? It's a post office. Okay, bye for now from Uncle Gazza.
Hi there and welcome to another session of One Way Gatherings. Julie was kind enough to invite me back to just share a few words with you. And so I sat down and have a bit of a think about what I should say. Most of us, or should I say all of us, are going through this COVID virus lockdown, etc. But it gives us the time to sort of like take an inventory, take a stock take and have a think about our lives and where we're going after this and what happened before all this happened. We really took things for granted, the life in which we had. We can go out any time, go to restaurants, etc., sporting events, football, which is starting tonight. But, we just took things for granted. Now we're going through what we're going through. Life's changed. You hear the word thrown around, it's like the new normal. Well, I don't really call it normal, but that's what they're throwing around. So what am I going to say today? And that's a good question. I'm glad you asked me that. And that is, life is too short. A lot of us have heard that statement on many occasions. Probably all of us have said that once or twice in our life. And it is true that life is too short. So I want to sort of like target that. Life is too short. In our lockdown, obviously we've been taking, an inventory, as I used that word before, and thinking about our lives and where we're going and what we want to do and, etc. So I wrote down something, so you have to excuse me because I'm about to read it. The old memory doesn't work too good these days. So I just want to read this to you and we'll go from there. Your life on this earth is short, but your life in Christ is eternal. God designed it this way to improve both heaven and earth. God didn't want people to give up, give in, accept defeat, live with reject, and waste time pursuing things that have no eternal value. So life is short. That's just something I wrote, and I think there's a bit there for everybody. Another thing I do, I tell people, I said, what you should do once a year is go to a graveyard and just sit there and have a good look around. Sounds very morbid, I know, but it's a good place to think. Because in that graveyard, there are people who obviously passed away and now they obviously reside in that place. And one day that we will be there ourselves. It's a terrible thought, but it's the truth. And what people do when a person dies, a lot of people share things. They call it the eulogy. And in that eulogy, they never say things like, Andrew had a beautiful Ferrari, Andrew had a big house, lovely swimming pool, an incredible yacht. They don't talk about the things I have. They talk about the person, the things that I've said, achieved, and accomplished. That's what they remember you most, and they're eternal, those thoughts. And so it really takes stock where we're heading. So now we're going through this virus situation. We're coming at the end. What are we going to do? What is our goals? What is our inspiration? What are our desires? What do you want to be known about? Do you want to be known as the person who had a big red Ferrari, or someone who did some incredible exploits to help humanity, their neighbor, family, or a friend? Because I think that's far greater than a Ferrari, even though I'd like one. But anyway, I think that's far better and it's eternal. So I want to encourage you that as we go through what we're going through and coming to the end, take stock, make a goal, have a dream and an ambition. And don't never use the excuse, well, I'm too old, I can't do it. You can. It doesn't matter how little it is, how grand it is, how small it is. It'll still be something that you can achieve. I read a book by the name of from Dr. Phil Pringle, and it's titled Faith. And in this book, Dr. Phil says there's two families, two married couples. And when they retire, it's a well-known fact, and scientists have proved this. There's a what they call the what-if stage. So the one that retire, they sit back on the porch looking out in their pastoral land, and they're talking to one another, and one says to the other, said, do you remember we tried this and it didn't work? And do you remember then we tried that and that worked, and we experienced this and we experienced that? They start talking about the things that they've tried to achieve in their lives together. And they find themselves satisfied because they had goals and they had to go. Then there's the other family who didn't even bother, just leave their life as it goes on with no goals, no aspirations, no desires, just nothing. And what they've found are the people who get to retirement have not had a go in their life to try to achieve something, actually died at a reasonably young age in their retirement, which is very sad. So my exhortation to you and my encouragement to you, life is short, but we can extend it. How do we do that? Let's get some goals together. Write some goals of things that you want to achieve, so that when you get to your retirement, at the end of your life, whenever that may be, you can sit back and say, do you know, I had a go at this and it worked. And I'm so thankful because it touched a lot of lives, etc., etc., etc. I think you know what I'm getting at. Psalms 57 verse 2 says, I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. This is the key in understanding God's purpose for your life. And straight away, you probably think to yourself, well, I wouldn't have a clue what my purpose is for my life that God's given me. Do you know, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you get up and you have a go. And you'll find that God will step in and bless it. And you'll find that, wow, look what I've been able to achieve. Incredible exploits for God, for myself and everybody around me. So as we come out of this virus situation, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, before we do, write down some goals and know that life is short, but you can extend it. Be the person sitting on the porch, looking out your pasture, your backyard, whatever it may be, saying, look what we've done. We've been able to achieve something great. That's my encouragement to you. That's my exhortation to you. And what I'm saying, I'm applying it to myself, because I want to be that person at the end of my life saying, look what I've done and look what I've achieved. Thank you, Julie, for the opportunity to share again. I'm sure I'll get another opportunity another day to share some thoughts. But whoever you are and whatever you're doing, be blessed, be encouraged, and have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Andrew, for bringing us that word. And if anybody wants prayer for anything, just click on the live prayer link if you're watching it online, or if you're watching it later on via YouTube, you can visit our website, onewaygathers.org, and use the contact us form. So have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.